Well, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that the Browns. Look at these bugs are driving me up a fucking wall. I want you to see something. Look at this. Look at this bug. I'm waging war against these fucking bugs. I got to go to the store. They're driving me up a wall. I put fucking vinegar on. I put clothes in the fucking thing. Nothing. I didn't capture none of them. Oh, I missed them. These bugs are driving me up a fucking wall. But anyway, I see a lot of people saying that there's not a big drop off between Case Keenum and Baker Mayfield. And I'm thinking, what game are you watching? What I mean, are you just going by numbers and how the quarterback looks in this offense? Of course, I told you, any quarterbacks you can put Aaron Rodgers in here, who's vastly superior than Mayfield, and he's going to put up the same numbers. It's not going to change. It's the offense. But when you need when you need a tight window throw, you're not getting that from Case Keenum. Trust me, he don't have the arm strength. Mayfield's got a unique arm talent. He can put the ball anywhere on the field, and I still believe he can do that with a cracked shoulder. I mean, I didn't see any velocity drop off with his arm. It's just we're not doing those type plays anymore. But here's the thing: if Mayfield's going to be out for a certain extended period of time, like the season, we have a roster right now that you don't know what's going to happen next year. We need to go get somebody right now because Nick Mullins ain't the answer either. I don't feel confident going down this road with Case Keenum. I don't. I just don't. So we need to get something better. And if I'm the Browns right now, you got a lot of players. You got a lot. I mean, you got a lot of talent on that roster. You could trade some picks, but there's a guy I've been thinking about getting for the longest time because I realize the NFL is changing right now, and in this offense, if you can add a player that can actually run at the quarterback position, because let's call a spade a spade. Baker can't run at all. He's slow as molasses. But if you can add a quarterback that has the ability to get you 10 yards of crack if you really need it and can make small throws, then you might want to go out there and pull a trigger. And that guy is Marcus Mariota. I'd bring him in right now, give him a crash course in this offense, and guess what? There's your solution at quarterback. Because he could, I believe he'd be able to run this offense better, just as good, if not better than Mayfield. And guess what? He'd add a dimension to it that we haven't had in years. We've never had. He had the ability to run. Now I don't know what his injury history is like, but I know he can run. And when you listen in football, when you got a quarterback that has a threat of running, you got a dangerous quarterback. And I do believe that's why I think Josh Allen could really take his game to another level if he starts running more. But let's call a spade a spade. Lamar Jackson, I give him a lot of hate, but I got to say this: he's a dangerous quarterback because he can throw just good enough to make defenses fucking nervous. And if the Ravens ran an offense like ours, instead of that, well, you know what? They're running a high school offense too, and so are we. So if they ran an offense like ours, because I do believe our offense would be better suited for the Ravens and Lamar Jackson for him throwing the ball. If they ran our offense, if you put Lamar Jackson in Cleveland in this offense, oh my God, he'd be unstoppable because there's so many lanes to run with this offense, and he'd be better than he is in Baltimore. But that's what I'm saying. I think the Browns, honestly, I hate to say it, I like Mayfield, but in this offense under Stefanski, he's never going to do anything. So, and quite frankly, the NFL, you need to have a quarterback that can run. Mayfield can't run at all. I mean, there's no threat of him running. So if I'm the Browns right now, I go after Mariota the rest of the year because I believe with this offense, he can do just enough. And I know he's an improvement over Case Keenum because I don't even know if Mayfield's going to play, but we're not going to win with Case Keenum. I know we can win with Mayfield. But if we can get Mariota and then go ahead into the draft next year and find a quarterback that suits that, we need a quarterback that can run. In the NFL, it's changing. Athletes are getting bigger and stronger by the year. 10 years from now, every quarterback's going to have the ability to run. It's just a fact. Drop back quarterbacks are going to be a dime a dozen. We need to get a guy in here. Because then, like I say, in this offense, you're really not making NFL throws. You're making elementary throws, high school throws. So we can get a quarterback in here that has the ability to run, get better yearly. This offense can be dangerous. And I think that's another thing the Browns are looking at right now. So I've come to the realization that in the NFL, you're going to have a quarterback that run. Mayfield can't run. He's never going to be able to. So the Drew Breeses of the NFL, they're dime a dozen now. You just don't need them. So I think the Browns right now should go after Marcus Mariota, close the chapter, tell Mayfield to take surgery. And I hate to say it because I like Mayfield. And I think he's a damn good quarterback, just not in this system. We need to draft a quarterback or find a quarterback. And if we can get Marcus Mariota, maybe he's still got something left in the tank. I think he's young. But we find a quarterback that has the ability to run and make these easy throws in this high school offense. And I think we'll be a better team. But I will harken back to this. I want you guys to remember the Kansas City game last year and the Steeler game. Mayfield, he was throwing in tight windows. That's the difference between Mayfield and Case Keenum. He throws in tight windows, and he can put the ball anywhere in the field when he's healthy. And I think he can still do that with one arm, but whatever. And the drop off between Mayfield and Case Keenum, you really didn't notice it the other night because the score and the box score, but you can just see it by the eye test. There's no comparison. Case Keenum doesn't have the arm that Mayfield has. And if you look at the Kansas City game last year, Mayfield was throwing dimes all game. That's where Mayfield's at his best. Kansas City game last year in Pittsburgh, even though we only scored 17 points, but I blame that on Stefanski. And I'll be honest with you. I have noticed late in the games that Mayfield, I hate to say it, for some reason, Mayfield seems to fold down the stretch. He just does. I mean, I noticed it this year against Kansas City. He's dinking and dunking down the field. Now, granted, they got everything. They got safeties deep, and he has to take that. But he had a chance against Minnesota to end the game, and he made a horrible pass to Beckham. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. But I just think we have to close the book on Mayfield if he's not going to be healthy this year. And I wish he was healthy because if he didn't have that shoulder injury, I'd never want to do this. But I don't see him honestly, I don't see him getting by too much longer. Because, I mean, what happens if he gets one more hit? Then we got to make it. That's why you need to do something now. Because if he gets hit one more time, they say he's not going to be able to play, whatever. So you need to do something now because it's only a matter of time. It's inevitable before he gets hit again. And if I was the Browns, I'd probably shut him down for a season, but we got to get another quarterback. We're not going to win with, I know Case Keenum had his magical season in 2017. That was 5 fucking years ago. NFL has changed since then. You have Lamar Jackson type quarterbacks now coming into the league. That's what, what's his name? Kyle Shanahan drafted Trey Lance. He's looking at the future like I am. That's the type of quarterback you need in the future of the NFL. And one thing about Lamar is he don't get injured because you can't get a good hit on him. So I think it's time that we look ourselves in the mirror as Browns fans and say we need to get with the times. If we could get Lamar Jackson right now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd love to have him. And I never thought I'd say this because I don't think he's a good quarterback at all, throwing the football at all. I think he's horrible. But you know what? He doesn't have to be good to be able to play in this system because he would light it up. So I have come to the realization that Lamar Jackson's a beast. Now watch him go shit the bed tomorrow against Cincinnati. And he's capable of it. Cincinnati's defense is definitely better than it's been before. That game, a lot of people are saying Baltimore's going to kill him. They're going to kill him. I don't know. I seen Baltimore on Monday Night Football get humiliated by the Colts, who aren't as good as Cincinnati. And then they came back and won. I mean, so I don't know. That game could go either way to me. We're going to find out a lot about Cincinnati tomorrow. But that's what I'd do if I was Cleveland. I'd go after Marcus Mariota because I want to win now. And we're not going to win a Super Bowl with Case Keenum. We're not. But we can with Marcus Mariota because he adds a dimension to this offense we never had. So if I'm Cleveland, Andrew Berry, you have my consent. Go after Mariota. Or another quarterback that can run that's available. It's got to be somebody out there, a former college player that hasn't been drafted or something. Find him. Give him a crash course in this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. Give him a crash course on this offense. Find him. And that's what I think we need to do in the future. Got to look to the future right now. I should be an NFL GM. I know the game, don't I?